All right, it's time for a little fun with spare change. Today we're joined by Democratic strategist Zerlina Maxwell and our very own David Asman. Thanks to both of you guys for joining us. Okay, first up, the city of New York just flushed $2.3 million down the toilet on this new bathroom. The bathroom doesn't look all that special, right? I mean, it looks pretty normal, but the Parks Department says the city used more durable materials, which cost more up front, but supposedly will reduce maintenance costs. What do you think about this? I mean, is this a valid argument? So this is a public bathroom in a park. It looks very fancy. $2.3 million. I feel like in New York we've got other things to spend a lot of money on.
Well, the point is, does anybody think that anything that the government does is going to be cheaper or more efficient than the private sector? Remember when Donald Trump got into business because they were fixing up this ice skating rink, and it took years and years, and we're way over budget. Donald Trump said, "Let me did it." He finished the job in 6 months under budget.
Right, made it totally profitable. Right. What do you think?
I mean, it's such a waste of money, right? I mean, how fancy can this bathroom be? Is there money that comes out when you go to dry your hands, or like is there diamond?
That's a nice idea.
Like faucets. I mean, I want something really extra
for that.
special.
That'd be awesome. All right. This one's a little frightening. A Florida entrepreneur is throwing pool parties for kids with, wait for it, live alligators. That's right. The alligators are actually in the pool with your children. Oh, sure, they're young alligators and their mouths are taped shut until they bite someone. What do you think? Is this I have little kids. It looks fun, I grant you, but I would only put children in there that I didn't like.
This doesn't look fun at all. I mean, I grew up in, he was saying I don't look old enough for Jaws, but I grew up with Jaws.
Yeah.
And so I was afraid of the ocean
the video
and getting
version
eaten.
of Jaws.
I mean, I would be afraid of getting eaten. I can't believe kids are like, this is exciting.
Well, of course, these are Floridian kids. They're used to seeing alligators, much more used than we are up in the Northeast. They're used to seeing it. But still, it gets kids a little too comfortable. You can be a little too comfortable with wild animals, particularly when they have teeth like that.
He was an expert, and he didn't.
That's right. I mean, what's next? Are they going to throw lobsters in there and just tape their claws shut? I mean, are they going to put a shark in there and tape his mouth? I mean, where do you draw the line then? If you're going to be throwing gators in there, I mean, piranhas, but you know, you've stapled their lips shut. I don't know.
You should have volleyball in there with the alligators.
I guess. I mean, supposedly they have the strongest bite force, but they have a very weak opening force on their jaws. So taping it shut is a guarantee.
So teach your child how to wrestle with the alligator.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that one. All right. Here is another one. Watch this. It is an Egyptian American reporter and a frequent pundit on, I don't know, some other network whose name I can't remember, spray painting an anti-Muslim ad here in New York City subway. She ended up getting arrested. What do you guys think about this? When I saw this video, I was immediately terribly suspicious because the spray paint matches her jacket exactly. And to me, that just smacked of staging and a setup. I was like, wait a second. There's more to this story.
The wild thing about this, beside the fact that that other woman gets painted over, of course, she did put herself in the way, is that when they came to arrest her, eventually, if this runs long enough, you'll see the police come by, and she keeps saying, "It is my right. This is a freedom of speech issue." Well, it's not her right to destroy private property. People buy those ads. It is a private property issue. It's not a freedom of speech issue. If you're violating private right, the private property issues, you can get arrested.
I mean, but have you seen the other advertisements in the subway? I mean, the eyes are blacked out. People make holes in them. I mean, this is pretty mild.
They could be arrested too.
Right, this is normal.
It's not legal.
But also, too, I mean, the ad itself is free speech, and then disagreeing with the content of the ad is also free speech. And so,
but not destroying private.
She got arrested for it.
What she could do is put up another ad right next to the one that she objects to.
She got arrested for it, though. She's exercising her First Amendment right to protest.
Hold on a second. That's not exercising your free First Amendment rights. Exactly. She was arrested for violating the law. If you shout about it, that's exercising your First Amendment rights.
A lot of people that are protesting, they get arrested.
You don't have the right to break the law.
No, you have a right to protest, and then a lot of there's consequences.
I'm going to break this up, but I want you both to admit she does look like she just came from hair and makeup, right? I mean, that's I was immediately suspicious.
I'm not suspicious of hair and makeup. I think you can look good even when you try testing.
All right. Up next, we only have a few seconds. Forget what you've heard. It turns out that gossiping is good. A Dutch researcher says that water cooler chat strengthens workplace friendships. It sure does. It increases cooperation and, get this, can even help regulate bad behavior. If you know people are going to talk trash about you, you're less likely to stab them in the back. What do you think? You agree with this?
I just think that that, when you're gossiping at work, you're probably gossiping at home. I don't really trust people that gossip, because if they're talking about someone else to you, they're talking about you to someone else.
This network, we have to admit it too. This network comes out because of a company that relies very heavily on a lot of gossip. So, we can't shoot ourselves in the head, can we?
That's right. I always think we kind of trade stories for a living, so we're going to do it around anyway. All right, you guys have been a lot of fun. That's all the money we have for you tonight. We'll see